let's kickstart with the BO administration, SAP BO administration. Okay. So firstly, today I'll start up with the introduction, guys. I mean, what would be the key components that we'll be focusing on, and how it is going to be value added for a developers. So let's discuss in that point of view. Okay. Yeah. So BO administration, right? Now, so firstly, let me start up with our running notes first. Okay, look at this. Yes. So firstly, right, guys, in order to kickstart with the administration activity, we should have a knowledge in terms of, as an administrator, we should have a knowledge in terms of the first on all the applications. Okay. So what kind of applications we have, like IDT, UDT, right? Maybe Rich Client, BA Launchpad, Crystal Reports, dashboards. So various applications, and each and every application is having their own identities in order to develop the content, isn't it? Yep. Now, that is one thing. We should have a knowledge on all the applications. And second thing is, we should have a knowledge on the content. Content is nothing but like your universes, maybe report, crystal report, dashboards, universes, connections. Everything is treated as content. Okay, that is one thing you should have a knowledge. And as an administrator, you should have a knowledge on the installations, because yes, we have different types of installations. One is client installations and another one is server installation. Client installation is quite easy, guys. It's not a big deal. Server installation in Windows platform, it is very easy. But in case of in the Linux platform, it is a bit difficult. Okay. So anyhow, I'm going to showcase you I'm going to provide you some kind of a real-time document. And on top of it, we do have something like, cluster installations also. Because in the server installations, we have a couple of types, like standard installation, and another one is cluster installations. So you'll come to know what are the advantages and what are the hiccups you might encounter. All those things you will come to know. Okay, that is one thing. And secondarily, once you are done with that, you will also come to know. Okay, you also come to know in terms of various services. Okay, like you have various services like CMS, CS, FRS, okay, CCM, SIA, Tomcat, what is meant by cloning, what is meant by clustering. You will come to know about all those aspects as well. Okay, and you will come to know about the upgrade from lower version to higher version, how we can do an upgrade. So what are the lower versions we have? We have BO5X, 6X, 6.5, XI, XIR2, XIR3, 4.0. How we can migrate or upgrade from one version to another version. Okay, what are all the approaches you do have? You will come to know that as well. And what are the various approaches you have? Okay, how to prepare a migration plan? Okay, how to follow the revert back approaches on the backup mechanism. Everything you will come to know one by one. Okay, this one. And we have an application called promotion management. Promotion is nothing but like transportations across the environments, from one environment to another environment. How you can deploy the content from dev to QA, QA to UAT, UAT to production. Okay, how we can transport, and what are the backup mechanism, what are the revert back approaches, how to troubleshoot the errors, etc., etc. You will come to know it. Okay, see, backup mechanism, promotion management. Okay, what sort of checklists they have to maintain. Everything will come to know it, guys. That is one. Along with that, you will also come to know, right, how to convert a .unv universe into .unx. To say the older version universes, how we can convert into higher version. Okay, how to convert the old version universes into higher version. That is one thing. And very importantly, we have an admin application called CMC, that is Central Management Console. Being as a BO administrator, this is like a heart for you, this application, CMC. Yes, 90% of the admin activities, 90 to 95% I can say. Okay, I mean to say the majority of the admin activities will be performed with an application, which is what? A URL based application called CMC. So you'll be performing on top of it. So what sort of activities? Like user and user group management, which means creation of users and user groups and allocation of authorizations and access privileges, etc., etc. You will come to know during the CMC application. Okay, yeah, and along with that, you will also come to know content management. Okay, not only user and user group management, you will also come to know content management. Okay, content management in the sense how we can manage the content in a BO platform level. Like we have various folders in BA Launchpad and universes, Webby reports, Crystal reports, dashboards, XLR files, whatever. Okay, how am I going to manage that content? You will come to know those aspects as well. And then along with that, you will also come to know server management. I told you, right, which includes installations. Installations I'm not going to show you practically, but I'm going to take a help of a real-time document which I have with me, because especially Linux environment, right, is quite difficult to install in this kind of a virtual machine. So that is the reason I'll be going ahead with the one kind of a documentation, which is a real-time documentation which I have prepared during my live environment. Okay, that you will come to know. And then load balancing. Okay, how we can do the load balance with respect to overall the platform as well as the individual services, what I have mentioned just now. These individual services, how we can perform the load. Okay, that you will come to know. And then, okay, clustering and cloning. What is the difference between clustering and cloning? You will come to know that aspects as well. Okay, and then I have mentioned, right, promotion management. Look at this. Just now, in a few minutes back, I have mentioned, right, across the environment, how we can deploy or transport or we can promote from dev to QA, QA to UAT, UAT to production. What are the revert back approaches? Okay, what is the way to take a backup, etc., etc. And what sort of communications we have to pass on to the respective teams? What sort of checklists we need to maintain? Everything will come to know. Okay, and then upgrades. I told you, right, we have an application called Upgrade Management Tool. How we can do a version upgrade across the servers. Okay, of lower version to higher version, how we can do that, what are the approaches, we'll come to know that as well. And then you will come to know various aspects like, you know, events, instance managers, class applications, okay, custom access levels, plenty of stuff you will have, you will learn. Now, as I told you, right, the CMC is what? It is like a heart of your BO administrator stuff. Okay, now look at this. Let me show you this. This is just a quick introduction, guys. Today I'll give you only an introduction. Okay, that's it. So that you will come to know what you will be learning in our upcoming sessions. I told you, right, this CMC is what? URL based application. Look at this. Okay. See, this is what? URL based application. I told you, right? Yeah. Now look at this. Promotion management. Okay. See, content nothing but your universes, connections, everything. Okay, servers. I told you, right, we are dealing with the server management also here. Over here, look at this. We have a server management. Various aspects. You will come to know that as well. Look at this. So here itself I will be showing you what is cluster, what is cloning, everything. Okay. See, these are all. What is the purpose of these? What happens? How we can manage this? And look at this. We have a concept called FRS, File Repository Server. Input file repository server, output file repository server. What is the purpose? What happens if it is down? How to see the health status of it? You will come to know everything. Okay. Now, let me showcase you what you will be learning. Let me show you the course content. Okay. See guys, basically as I told you, these installations I may not show you practically, but I'm going to showcase you the real-time documentation to all of you guys, because having a kind of a Linux platform, okay, in this kind of a virtual machines is very difficult. So not only me, none of the trainer cannot expose you in such kind of a stuff. Where if they have a real-time stuff for that, okay, that is the reason. But for that, what am I going to do is I'm going to show you. Okay, look at this with the real-time document what I was using in my organization. Okay. Likewise, I'll be showcasing you that with the screenshots, everything. Okay. And then I'll be helping you out with the landscape. What is meant by landscape? Like how this dev environment performs, what sort of a security model we have to define with respect to the environments. Everything will come to know. Okay, this is what a landscape. Okay, and then I told you, right, CMC, Central Management Console. You will come to know very elaboratively this one. And then applications. So anyhow, you might have aware of all this UDT and IDT, but on top of it, I'll brief you how to convert a old version universes into higher versions, how to convert a old version crystal reports into higher versions. I'll brief you that as well. And then folder management. I mean to say, yes, look at this guys. Being as a BO administrator, your responsibility is to ensure that these folders in BA Launchpad, whatever you see these folders, should be in sync with respect to all the environments. Okay. So how is that? You will come to know those aspects as well. That is what called folder management. It should be in structured manner, guys. Okay. And that same consistent you have to maintain across the environments like dev, QA, UAT, and production. So what if there is a deviations? What if there is folder discriminations? So such kind of stuff you will be learning in a folder management, which includes your inboxes, favorite folder, something like that. And then security modeling. Okay, security modeling in the sense where you will come to know about the respective aspects like user and user group management. Look at this. User and user group management. Look at this. You have these users and groups. Look at this. How are we going to maintain this? See. Likewise, in a real-time point of view, you have thousands of users, whatever it is. Look at this. See, these are all the users. How are we going to maintain these users? And how are we going to allocate security privileges, roles and responsibilities, username and password, how we can distribute them, all those things. Okay. Access levels. I told you, right? We have several access levels like full control, view, read, something like that. So those access levels you will come to know as a part of security modeling. And keep in mind, guys, these security modeling, okay, this security model differs from environment to environment. In a dev environment level, it is different. In QA environment, it would be different. In production, it would be totally a different stuff. So how are we going to manage that? Okay. Yes, you will come to know those aspects also. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Yes, guys. Security privileges never ever same across the environments. Trust me. It differs from environment to environment. Okay. Yeah. And then content management. Content management in the sense, now look at this, guys. See. This is a content, in fact. Look at this. I have a report. So this is a content. What kind of a content? Look at this. Dashboard, webby report, crystal report. Okay. And I do have universes. Look at this. Okay. See. I do have universes. See. What kind of a universes? UNV plus UNX. IDT based universes, UDT based universes. Okay. And then connections. Look at this. What kind of a connections will store in repository, guys? Only secure connections. Look at this. What kind of a connections? See, this one. and everything. These are all content, And one more thing, BIX connections. Do you remember that? BIX connections to interact with the BW platform through IDT. Look at this. BIX connections, OLAP connection. So those are all treated as a content, guys. So how are we going to maintain that content, and how are we going to provide security permissions on top of it? All those things. And what is this? IDs and CUID. CUID or QID, whatever you can call it as. That is what? Cluster unique identifier. Guys, have you ever observed this? See, let's say I have a universe. Okay, for example. Okay, look at this. I have some universe, whatever it is. See, if you go to properties, what is this ID and CUID? What is the purpose? You will come to know it. And what is this FR? You will come to know it. Input, output, plenty of stuff you have. Right. Next. Okay, once we are done with that, you will come to know about BO services, or you can call it as servers. I told you, right? CMS, Central Management Server, and then CCM. Look at this. See, CCM. Yeah, look at this. CCM, Central Configuration Manager. Okay, look at this. See, look at this. And beneath that, you have what? Apache Tomcat, SIA, Server Intelligence Agent, and beneath that, look at this. See, you have so many services running behind that, right? Under the umbrella of SIA, so many services. That is what I have shown you here, right? So you will come to know about all these services. What is the importance? What if it is stopped? What is the impact? And how to troubleshoot that? You will come to know all those aspects. Okay. That is what I have mentioned here. Okay. See. Next one is what? FRS, nothing but File Repository Server. Within that you have IFRS and OFRS. Look at this. Yeah. Look at this. I told you, right? Look at this. IFRS, nothing but Input File Repository Server. Similarly, you do have OFRS. For that, you have specific services also. Let me show you that. You have specific services for that. Let me show you that. Look at this. IFRS, Input File Repository Server, Output File Repository Server. You will come to know that as well. What is the importance? Everything will come to know it, guys. Okay. And then Tomcat. I told you, right? During the CCM, you have an application called Tomcat, Apache Tomcat. What is the importance? What is the purpose? Why do we need to maintain this? Etc. Etc. We'll come to know it. Okay. And then once I'm done with this, how to do a scheduling, how to define alerts, etc. etc. And then transportation. I told you, right? With the help of promotion management. What is this? Promotion management. Look at this. What is this? Promotion management. With the help of this application, how are we going to do the transportations across the environments? Dev to QA, QA to UAT, UAT to prod, and how to revert it. What is the backup mechanism? If something goes wrong, how we can revert it, everything you'll come to know. And again, once I'm done with that, I'm going to brief you. Okay, I'm going to brief you version upgrade with the help of application called Upgrade Management Tool, UMT, Upgrade Management Tool. Okay, look at this. Upgrade Management Tool. Look at this. So this Upgrade Management Tool, which is helpful to do the migration across the environments. Sorry, across the versions, lower version to higher version, something like that. And what are the various approaches? Yes, we have a various approaches within that, like bulk approach, incremental upgrade. Okay, and what sort of risks you will encounter, how to avoid the risks, and what are the prerequisites we need to follow. Everything you will come to. Okay, yeah, and then you will come to know about the architecture. Okay, so these preferences and all this is minute stuff. Okay, architecture you will come to know, and then system configuration wizard. We have a utility over here. Look at this. This is what upgrade management tool. Okay, and then we have a utility called system configuration wizard. So look at this. Okay, system configuration wizards to change the log files, detail, locations, all those things you'll come to know about it. Okay, and you'll come to know about the system configuration wizard as well. Okay, and then we have a concept called events. Within that we have scheduled events, file events. Okay, let me show you that events. Look at this. We have several types within that. Okay, scheduled events, file events, something like that you will come to know. Okay, see, file, schedule, something like that you will come to know. Okay, what is the importance? You will come to know it. And then authentications. Yes, guys, have you ever observed this? Whenever you are logging into any application, yes, whether it is IDT or whether it is UDT or whether it is rich client, whatever, you will see these authentications. Have you ever observed that, guys? Let me show you this. See, these authentications. We have so many authentications. What is the importance? Okay, you will come to know that as well. That is what authentications. Okay, yeah. And once it is done, you will come to know about the license keys, where you have two types of licenses: concurrent licenses, named licenses. Okay, yep. You will come to know that as well. What is the importance? Look at this, license keys. Yes. Okay, you will come to know about it as well. Yes, guys, trust me. Okay, and then instance manager. What is the purpose of this instance manager? Have you ever observed this, guys? See, we have an utility called instance manager here. What is the importance? What is the value added with that? You'll come to know about it. And then calendar. Okay, and then performance tuning methods. Okay, and then I'm going to help you out to provide some kind of a understanding, and then I'm going to provide you some kind of a documentation on this audit mechanism, because implementing audit mechanism in this kind of a virtual machines is highly difficult, guys. So that is the reason I'll provide you some knowledge on top of it, and I'll try to I will definitely share you some kind of a real-time material on top of it. And similarly, we do have a concept called SSO, single sign-on. We cannot, I mean, in this kind of a virtual machines, I cannot help you out to how to implement it, but I can give you an insight of this, and I'm going to give you step-by-step real-time information on top of it. So this is what you will come to know. Okay, wherever I have some server limitations, okay, I'm going to accommodate you that in the form of some additional information, some real-time documentation, something like that. I can help you out, guys.